fall short of their real potential? How many people are capable of coming up with and executing an idea like that in their own space, but they don't do it? Most of us still have ideas every day, several. Most of us have a list of ideas in our head, and some of them on our iPhones, iPads, pieces of paper, journals, and elsewhere. And we're not acting on them. So what would make the difference? And who cares? Who cares if you don't achieve your potential? A client of mine, Steve, he had a rude awakening. You could call it a wake-up call. He was not feeling too well. He had some pains going down his arm. He started getting anxious about that, tightness in the chest. He wasn't sure if it was tightness in the chest because of the arm, or and he got himself really worked up. So I don't know if any of you were thinking, heart attack? Hopefully, you'll recognize the signs. He went along to the doctor, and the doctor did a lot of tests on him, and he said, Steve, it's not a heart attack. He said, but you're heading for one. Overweight, smoking, stress levels, overworked, just all the wrong diet, everything heading in that direction. And he was about to turn 60, and he did a complete turnaround in his mind and thought, this is not my life, this is not how I want to end my life, and this is not how my life is going to continue. So he decided finally, at nearly 60 years old, it might be time to do a bit more. He was running a successful consultancy company, 25 consultants in the company, £3 million turnover. You could say Steve was comfortable. He had his house in the country. He had a nice life when he took time off work, which was never. He actually had it all in some people's eyes, but he had nothing at that moment. And he thought, what would I do if I really were going to die? It's a question that we hear a lot in personal development circles. Imagine if this was your last day on earth, what would you do? And you go, yeah. Well, he kind of had that facing him. So he decided he would give back. And it was at the heart of everything. He thought, I do know a lot about consultancy. People do ask my opinion. It's quite nice when people ask your opinion and take your advice. Thank you, Ian. And you have somebody there that is in a position of leadership. And it's my view that if you are in a position of leadership, you also have that responsibility of influence. You've set that position up for yourself, so use it, which is what I said to him. And he was able to break through what was stopping him. He was, in fact, capable of putting something together that not only inspired his staff, but also his clients and also the community. He developed some really great business, but most importantly, he developed some balance, and he developed a feeling that he was giving his best. He was living his legacy. And that's when you get to a certain age, you do start thinking about these things. Many of you know, I turned 50 this year, and it was a major, yes, and some of you were there, and I wanted to make it public, because, it's okay, it's possibly half my life, hopefully not quite half my life, but, it's a big number, and you think, okay, what have I actually achieved? Can I do more? Now, who cares? And Steve was struggling with that a lot. Does it really matter? Could he just kind of cut back his hours? Could he have a comfortable life? Could he do a bit more for himself and his family? Did he have to push himself? No, he didn't have to push himself. Prince Harry certainly didn't have to push himself, a bit younger than myself and Steve. But nobody has to push themselves. You can do enough. You can do enough in your business. You can be comfortable. And for some people, that's the goal. Right? Retire, pay things off, have that sense that you achieved something. But did you achieve everything? Does it matter? Who cares if you don't? Well, I'll tell you something. Who cares wins. If you decide that you care enough it can be a very quick decision. It can be a choice in your mind. It can be just something you don't even realize that you've chosen that. But immediately things will open up. Now, it's not the easy path. Those of you who know me know that I've been through a few challenges, from trying to get to the UK, to trying to stay to the UK, to trying to start a business, to trying to keep a business, to running the business with teenagers with their nice challenges, and everything else. Who really cares? I had to care. And to me, that is the definition of thought leadership. Caring enough to share the best of yourself and the best of your wisdom. Caring enough about other people to really think, how can I give even more to them? How can I give them the best of me, ideas that will help them make shifts in their life? Because isn't it true that in our society we need a few more shifts to take place, don't we? It's a couple of real big issues that are there all around us every single day. What is going to shift those issues? Well, it's not what, it's who. And it could be you, if you care enough. So I'm really only here to do a very small paving of the way for somebody that I know you've all come to see. But while I have you, and while I have your rapt attention, and thank you for that, by the way, I'd like to use my position of leadership of the room to influence you in some small way. Would that be okay?
Yes.
You guys are suckers. Yeah. We're not filming, so we didn't capture that.